Well, you've all heard of sustainability and doing your part in becoming more environmentally friendly, but what does that all mean? Today we begin our journey to becoming uncommon Epicureans. I have Dr. Deval Patel here to tell us more and help us embark on this new journey. We can all do our part and make a difference. So tell me, what is an Epicurean?
Thanks, Clarissa. A Epicurean is a person that seeks simple pleasures in life.
Okay.
Stemming from the Greek philosophy and Epicureanism. But I've kind of expanded that notion, right? Most of us think of being an Epicurean and you think about food and beverage and that sort of lifestyle. But that same principle can be applied to travel, culture, being in a garden, hanging out with friends, going to a museum, simple pleasures in life and living that lifestyle.
I love this concept because I think we're also oversaturated with different stimulation from everywhere that it's difficult to simplify. And the more simple things are, the easier it is to partake in those simple pleasures. So
for sure,
we're going to become uncommon Epicureans.
Love it.
Which also has a lot to do with sustainability. So let's talk about that word and what it means to our friends at home.
Great. Sustainability is the capability, the actions of making sure that our future generations are left with at least status quo in our environment, if not even more, right? We don't want to deplete resources. We want to be thinking about it in a very meaningful way for our next generation. But in energy, environment is definitely part of it, but sustainability applies to the way that we eat, to our travel, to the way that we hang out with people, our healthcare, the jobs that we have. It's all about sustainability. It's an undercurrent of our community.
Absolutely, the plates, the utensils that we use, all of those simple things, right? Okay, so that's good to know, and it all starts within your own home, within your own community. So how does this relate to our friends at home? You think, how does this really affect me? I don't live in this big bustling city where things are getting thrown away and wasted, but how does this apply to us right here locally?
It applies no matter where you live, right? You just gave a great example, the way that we throw away stuff, right? We should be recycling, we should be repurposing stuff, not just throwing it away. Doesn't matter if you're in a big city or a small city. Where you get your food, for example, right? Did it come from a local farmer? Did it come from your own garden? Did it come all the way from, India, for example? You can make an impact right there in your own backyard, but you got to teach our kids as a starting point in your own home about these concepts now, not when they're older.
Absolutely. And of course you have the benefit of convenience for those things that are shipped from overseas and maybe less healthy, but it is a conscious effort, if you will, to make it to the local farmer's market or to contact that person that can deliver eggs to your door.
For sure.
That are right down the street.
And there's a trade-off, right? If you get it from the big conglomerate that sends you stuff that's really convenient compared to just going down, but there are a tremendous number of farmers markets, so you can get some of these products all the time now.
Sure.
Go and make a field day with your kids and enjoy that experience.
Absolutely.
So they're trade-offs, but well worth it.
I love that. And I love getting the kids involved because when it comes to sustainability, the end game is helping their future and your grandchildren's future. So you want to keep that in mind and teach them at a young age. I love that. Now this all ties in, we're beginning this journey of becoming uncommon Epicureans. Now you understand a little bit about what that means, and we're really going to delve into this a little bit deeper, so we want you to stick around because for our next portion, we're going to talk about clean energy and how that ties into sustainability right here in our own community. So we're here on site at the Orsted Laydown Yard with Tatiana, here to tell us more about clean energy and the purpose of Orsted, how it's benefiting the community. So thank you for joining me, Tatiana.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, tell me about clean energy and Orsted. What does the company do and how does it benefit the community?
Sure. So Orsted is one of the global leaders of renewable energy. We have projects all over the United States, wind, solar, and storage projects.
Okay.
Here in B County, we're looking to implement a wind and solar project to co-locate it in this community so that we can bring clean renewable energy to the area.
Fantastic. Well, that's what it's all about. We keep hearing about clean renewable energy, but a lot of us don't really understand how it gets to where we live. So even in a town like Beeville, this is something you could be familiar with. So tell me how that ties into coastal living and our partnership with the Coffee Barrel.
Absolutely. So one of the big things we like to do when we enter any community is to find out who our key partners are. And someone like Deval and the Coffee Barrel has been very important to us to create this partnership and be part of this community. We really care about the areas that we operate in as one of the largest property taxpayers, and being supportive of the area, whether it's the school system, the county, the residents. There's many, many benefits that come from these renewable energy projects, and just working with Deval Patel is just one of those great examples.
Sure. Well, they say it takes an army, or in this case, a community and an organization like yours in the Coffee Barrel to really make a difference. Now, all this hard work really has gotten me working up an appetite. So let's get into the kitchen and cook up something yummy for lunchtime. It's time to get cooking. Tell me, what is on the menu today?
Hey, I'm really excited. Okay, so we've got some real local products here. We're going to make a pork slider, which is going to have all this great, awesome flavor to it: cumin, garlic, salt, pepper.
Okay.
Clarissa, if you want to open that package up, yeah.
Pork right here?
I'm really excited about this product because it comes literally 25 minutes from here, from Peaceful Pork, sustainably free-ranging animals, and the pigs are just great. I mean, take all that pork and kind of dump it into the metal bowl, and I want you to kind of really start mixing it all in.
Okay.
And be generous with the flavoring here, right?
Okay.
Cumin's got that nice smokiness to it. Garlic, we all know garlic and love it, and it just brings out the best in every kind of protein you can think of. Salt and pepper.
Okay, so
don't be shy.
don't be shy, but with salt, we don't want to go too heavy,
No,
right?
exactly, because we've got
so
some
lots of
cheeses that we're
pepper.
going to add to the slider and the sauce that will kind of complement it. Yeah.
All right, and we love garlic, so I'm gonna go heavy on the garlic.
Hey, more, I say.
More? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. All right.
How's that look?
Yeah.
Good?
Massage all that in, mix it in.
mixer in.
Yeah, great.
Love it.
And then you're going to create little slider patties, right? Just
Okay.
like we do with hamburgers. You can do the same thing with Italian pork sausage here from Peaceful Pork. So I would recommend doing that. I always like to use olive oil because of the health benefits and olive oil. We've talked about that before, I believe, Carissa.
Yeah.
So yeah, great. Let's kind of
Lay
dump
it down.
that. Yeah. So make a few of those.
Okay. I'm on it.
So we need to kind of flip these. Let's kind of
Okay, let me
kind of
switch
sear
gears
down.
here,
Yeah.
make sure I'm being sanitary.
And I'll grab one of those spatulas in there.
Okay.
So I mean, just look at this, Carissa. Who would not want
Oh, that's
to
beautiful.
taste it? I mean, a beautiful piece, right?
All right, flipping these babies. That oil is doing them good. Looks like
Yeah.
we got all the flavor packed in there.
Heat that just a little bit.
turn up
Give
the
it
heat?
a little
Okay.
bit, yeah. Give it a little bit more sear, okay? So about, again, 5 to 7 minutes on that, but I kind of did something.
Okay.
I made some earlier.
Oh, some TV magic.
Hey,
I
boom,
love
boom,
it.
boom, boom.
I
Exactly,
love it.
right? So we're gonna kind of let that kind of cook along here.
longer.
We got those already made. In the
to
meantime,
assemble.
let's grab our side dish. These are beets that we showed earlier, right, from the garden. I kind of already peeled them, cut them up, and I want you to remember something. Every part of the beet can be consumed outside of the outer sort of shell, but these are the leaves. Super tasty. All you really got to do is, and don't throw these away. You can take the bottoms if you don't really necessarily need these, but these can be sautéed up just like other
spinach.
greens, right?
Sure,
Exactly,
kale or
spinach
anything
or
like that.
kale or
Okay.
collard greens.
Cool.
Got the pan going. I'm gonna kind of throw that. It does have a high water content, so be careful. And take a little bit of salt.
Okay, let me freshen up my gloves.
Yeah. And this really should just take not even a minute to kind of wilt these down.
Yeah, you don't want to overcook them. A lot of the times, most of the nutrition is actually in the skin or the leaves of the fruit or vegetable, right?
Exactly, right? Take the beets. All right. Now we're gonna kind of kick it up, right?
Let's do it.
Feta cheese.
Okay, the whole thing?
Go for it, right?
I mean, who
it
doesn't
completely
love
turn
feta
like yeah. I
cheese?
kind of crumble that up, mix that up. Honey,
Okay. Pretty generous with the honey?
for sure, right? It'll balance out the tanginess, saltiness of the feta cheese,
Okay.
and you get the sweetness that's already in the beet amplified with that honey. The nice thing about this honey, it actually comes from Beeville, from a friend of mine, Nick, who owns Autumnsman Farm. And
Okay.
by day, he's a banker. Evening and the weekends, he's a farmer, right?
See, you can have the best of both worlds.
Exactly, and he's actually putting this into competition on Monday.
Awesome.
We got that now mint from the garden,
Okay,
kind of balances and brings all that together. So take a few leaves off.
okay. We love mint.
Mint, yeah, just kind of bruise
Okay.
it up.
Sure. And what does that do? It sort of distributes the flavor, livens it up?
It livens it
thickens
up, freshens
Okay.
it up, and it kind of just brings it all together. Who doesn't
God.
like anything with mint, right? I
Smells so good.
That's the garden, great. A little bit
right.
of salt, a little
Okay.
bit of pepper. Yeah. Mix that up, and that's going to be our great sort of
Guys,
beet feta
I haven't
salad
even
on the side.
I haven't even started mixing this
There
and
you
it
go,
looks
very
amazing
perfect.
already.
All right, our beet greens are done. So I'm going to turn that
Okay.
off as well. If it doesn't get healthier than this, I'm not sure what you can do, right?
This feta looks amazing,
Okay.
and there's
And-
nothing like a salad with all these beautiful colors in it too. I mean,
I'm
that
going to
just
take a
looks
couple
gorgeous.
of rolls here, slider rolls.
Okay.
And in the same pan that we made the beet greens, let's just kind of warm up the rolls. I'll admit, I bought these rolls pre-made like this. I'm not a baker. That's
did
my
not
son,
start from scratch
but,
here,
you know,
okay.
If you can find a great local baker, please do support him or her.
Absolutely.
All right, yeah, perfect. All right.
Looks like we'll be ready to plate these soon, so I'm gonna get that ready.
All right, just to kind of warm this up a bit, let's take the bottoms and each one of these. All right, here's our sour cream pesto sauce.
Beautiful. That's gonna
Little
go.
dollop on the bottom of those.
Okay.
I'm hungry. Can you smell all this? I mean, like, I'm
Not gonna
starving.
lie, this is definitely getting my appetite going,
Perfect.
for sure. And let's talk about how
Water.
simple this was and how fancy it looks already. We're not even done yet, and this took us all of just a few minutes, right?
Oh, you got that? Okay, now we got to put the wonderful basil, and Clarissa, I just want you to smell this basil, right? I mean, it just,
I live
mean-
for basil. I love it.
oh, I could eat that just
Absolutely
like that. All
love
right. Yeah,
it. Beautiful.
a little bit of
A
pesto.
real pesto.
Yeah. I mean, I think pesto is one of those things from God that will never go out of fashion. All
I
right.
totally agree.
The Aries cheese,
This is
a little
exciting.
bit on
Kinda
top there,
crumble a little
yeah.
bit. Okay.
and then we got to make sure we get a little bit more of that sour cream pesto sauce on the other side as
On the
well.
other bun. Okay. I'm gonna load it with flavor.
And I'm gonna put a green on top. Yeah, all right.
Smells good. Looks good. Smells good.
Yeah, and then let's kind of cover that up. Oh, it's
Okay.
a great bite. All right. Your
Yes.
salad looks great. Come on, let's.
All right.
Plate that
let's
up.
Serve it up. You can see that.
It's just
mint.
popping.
Love it. I'm telling you, I'm the type of gal that visits a salad bar and you know I'm gonna get a scoop of everything in there. Well, it looks like we are well on our way to becoming uncommon Epicureans. Thank you so much for teaching us about clean food, sourcing it from our local community, supporting the local economy, and we're gonna keep that topic going. We're gonna talk about clean energy and how it ties in to this entire subject. So join us next time. Thank you for this. I'm ready to dig in. Are you?
So am I, for sure, Clarissa.
All right. Delicious.